Yo, what it do, Tradeify TV? How we doing, everyone? What's good? What's good? I'm sure everyone's trying to, expecting a Moss today, the legend, but Moss is busy in Miami. I see you in chat, Moss. How we doing, buddy? Hope everyone's doing super well today. First time being on here. Oh shoot, let me mute this real quick. Here, 1 second. All right. Sorry, guys. This is my first stream. I'm hearing the stream back in my ears. That's my fault. All right. Yeah, I'm going to just take off my headphones. But I hope everyone's doing really good today, chat. My name's LUCKYJO. You guys could call me Lucky, Joe, Jose, whatever you guys want. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. Not going to lie. Hey, what's good? What's good? We got Moss in the chat. We got Gary up in here. We got Micro. We got Ben. What's good? What's good? Hope everyone's doing really good. Dude, we had a super intense cup. Not gonna lie, man. If you guys weren't here, shoot, we had Spud killing it, bro. Spud ended up taking the victory today, which was super sick. Love to see it. Freaking legend up in there, bro. If you guys didn't see too, the other day he was up against Rips, which was a super crazy intense situation. I don't know if you guys were here for that, but that was honestly super wild to see. Dude, freaking Spud mindfuck literally all of us, bro. No lie, chat. Dude, the whole time I thought he was not gonna take a trade, but little did we know on the side he was taking some trades, bro. So that's what's up, man. Love to see the team winning. And we got yo, what's good, Amos? Hope you're doing good, buddy. And appreciate y'all being here, tuning in. And wherever you guys are from, if you guys want to share your where you guys are from, hey, feel free. And then we got Amos coming back on Thursday too, chat. So hey, make sure you guys are here. Don't forget to follow the stream. That way you guys get the noti and you chat. Hey, let's see. Let's try to get those likes up too, man. Here, let me pull up the YouTube stream real quick on my side. But let's get the likes up here, chat. Shoot, what are we looking at right now? 29. Oh, come on, bro. Let's try to get to at least 100 up in here, y'all. But hey, I guess we'll get started with the cup here, man. Hope everyone's doing really good. We got Rips versus Spud. It was insane, dude. Right, Six? Honestly, yeah, that was super cool to see. I really thought he wasn't gonna trade, but dude, the legend was trading, bro. That's what's up, man. We got someone from Hungary. We got Belgium in the building. Okay. We got trading from Palm Springs, California. I love to see that. Shoot, I'm personally in California as well. I'm out here in Orange County, man. It's been getting super hot, not gonna lie. But shoot, hey, let's get into the cup here one time. Shoot, some of y'all probably won't like this, but I used AI, I used Claude to run me a little report on how everyone's doing on the results today. So if you guys want to see that sheet, I could put the sheet on the screen as well. So up to you guys, man. And we got Lavio from Poland. And that's what's up. Hey, let's go. We got, hi Jose, what are you gonna trade today? Yo, Micro, I'm not gonna lie, I only trade NQ and ES. So we're gonna get hopefully some M and Q trades today, some MES to see what's up, y'all. Yeah, he sounds like an FC dude. Do you get that all the time? No lie, bro. But hey, first day on the job here. Let's see how it goes, chat. Not gonna lie, super excited. Big shout out to Tradeify for the opportunity. Now, been dreaming of this moment for a minute. Not gonna lie, bro. Shit, we got Eddie in Miami. That's what's up. Let's go, y'all. Shoot, hey, let's get started here, bro. Here, I can put this up on the screen if you guys want to see. But I pretty much had Claude go through everyone who's in the cup. The final results are out. I had Claude do some reports earlier this morning before all the updates, and it was super close, neck to neck. So let's see who ends up winning these battles here, bro. We got, bro, where's Amos, dude? Amos will be here on Thursday, chat, on Thursday, man. So hey, like I said, make sure you guys are hitting the stream with the follow. That way you guys get that noti, and we good to go, baby. Let's see. Oh shoot, we got men from Czech Republic. Okay, we got, where are you in Orange? I'm around Fullerton. So yeah, I'm out here, chat. And we got W Lucky. Hey, your W trades, no lie. What's up, Micro? What's good, y'all? Yeah, I don't know how delayed my chat is. If it's super delayed, let me know, and then I can refresh it. But all right, let's get into it, man. So we got top 10 final standings here. So I got Claude to give me a report of the top 10 performances during the cup, based on all their trades, and also how they were doing from not just today, but from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So it was pretty cool. Honestly, I did not know you could connect Claude to Google Chrome. So I did that. It's an extension. So literally I just typed in into Claude. Here, you guys can see right here. You literally just type into here, ask it whatever, and it'll literally search the leaderboards, and it'll do its thing, bro. But here, let me bring it back up. All right, so all right, let's see who else we got up in here. We got hosts from UK. We got Arizona in the building. That's what's up. Yeah, can you show some of the cloud reports? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys right now. We'll go through the whole sheet right now. It did like I said, top 10, and just the results of how it went down, bro. We got, what's your Twitter? My name is LUCKYJO. Oh, it's actually, oh, okay, bad. I'll just show you guys the report. Oh, I see what they mean. Oh, it's not showing up here. I think I gotta switch my screen. Hold on. Here, 1 second, chat. Damn, bro. First day on the job and already screwing up here, bro. All right, 1 second, y'all. Let me find it real quick. You know what? Let me just put the leaderboard up, because I don't think I could show. Am I able to show my whole screen here? I don't know. Here. 1 second. We got, yeah. All right. It's just me being a little slow. All right. Oh, here. Screen 1. Nope, not screen 1. Screen 2. Appreciate y'all being patient with me, chat. All right. We got, who's this? You got? My name is LUCKYJO. Chat, first stay up in here, man. Hopefully you guys are doing real good, but I got it going now. So here, let's get into it real quick. All right. So Claude, I pretty much told Claude to give me the top 10 traders, and shoot, even got Mr. Spuddy up in there. So I love to see that, not gonna lie. But we had Fearless Trader versus Bing Bong up in here. Honestly, they were super close, man. I was looking at them earlier, and I think they were just up by a couple bucks, but Fearless ended up taking the dub over Bing Bong by $521, which is pretty close, I would say. We got Jag with Amos. Don't host this, Asia. Yeah. Amos right now is in Miami, chat, living it up. Shoot, as he should be, man. He deserves it. He'll be back on Thursday, chat. So hey, make sure you guys are following the stream. But shoot, we got Fearless up in here winning $58,532. I would say that was super good. We got Cloud with a little description here. We got Neris elite finish of the day. Both traders surged to 58k plus, and what was the most dramatic round 4 matchup all tournament. Fearless Trader holds on by skin of his teeth. Champion contender. Dude, some of the things Claude says is honestly super funny, no lie, bro. All right, we had Tiana up in here going against Constantine, winning by $3,774. Sheesh, bro. Really blew the competition on that one. That was super crazy, man. And then we got Bing Bong up in here. Sadly, Bing Bong taking the loss. Bing Bong was also one of the top 3 traders that Claude said was performing in this whole tournament. So like I said, it took day 1, day 2, day 3 based off everyone's performance, and Claude just gave me who Claude thought was top 10. You know what I'm saying? And we got Fez. Was it Fez in the building? What's up, yo? Hey, hope you've been good, Fez. And what's good? We got Spud as the last outlaw. Yeah, guys. Shoot, Spud clutching it up, holding it down for the Outlaws, bro. Love to see it, no lie. Shoot. Hopefully he's ripping some more Pokemon cards too, you know what I'm saying, after that Dusky there. But we got Tyler Davis going against We got Lunub in the building, winning by $6,619. Shoot, that was a huge lead. Ended up at 55,311. Claude putting them at number 4. Most dominant win in the top 10. Okay, I see you, Tyler. And then we got Spuddy Spud up in here, bro. Going against Thomas, taking home the dub by $4,294, bro. Shoot, let's look up Spuddy up in here. Dude, and shout out to whoever made this leaderboard too. Honestly, it's super crazy, super interactive. I honestly really love it, man. Oh shoot, all right, this one didn't update yet, but and we got Spuddy freaking taking the lead on that one, which is super awesome. We got the greatest outlaw story. Okay, shoot, honestly, and like you guys said, the last one alive too, which is pretty insane if you ask me. Hey, shout out to Spud one time, bro. And then we got Amber up in here versus Austin Trades. Amber was placed on number 6, best performing in this tournament. We got Amber taking home the dub by 2,966. Sheesh, bro. Damn, they were neck to neck. We got it said at one point they were only up by $781, which is super crazy, bro. What's good, Moon? What's up, y'all? Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. No live chat. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys are hitting that like button as well, y'all. Dude, the more likes we get, the more the stream gets pushed out. And the more the stream gets pushed out, the more the community grows. So hey, if you guys really love it here, I know I do. Hey, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We got Spud where he at. Dude, probably living it up right now. I saw homeboy earlier on stream taking little shotsies, you know, freaking ripping some packs. So I'm sure he's having a super awesome day, especially after that dub, bro. We got Spud's the only outlaw left. Yeah, Spud's the only one. Kind of crazy, huh? We had 24 outlaws to begin with. I think the first round, 9 of them got eliminated. And then down to the last one. Y'all think Spud could take it home, take the victory home, chat? I'm feeling like he could, bro. Shoot, homeboy's been killing it, man, killing it. Let's see who we got up next. We got number 7 on this list. We got Afro going against Ego. Damn, this is the closest one we've seen so far, low key. We got Ego losing barely by $227. That's honestly insane, bro. Dude, shoot. I know I'd be crying after that. Sheesh, bro. Then we got Ethan going against Arcadius. Ooh, that's a W name. Winning by $6,292. Sheesh, bro. We got controlled from start to finish. Damn, we got Nebel never looked threatened and advances to the next round of momentum. Okay. We got Chico in the building at number 9 based off their performance all cup. Shoot, taking home the dub against On Point by $1,305, bro. That's crazy. Oh, these all were pretty close, low key. And then we got large trades. We got Supa Pumpa getting 1 pumped and losing by $998, bro. Sheesh. Honestly, this whole tournament was super close, bro. And we're still not done. We still got what, till June 9th? We got 200K on the line for first place. Shoot, hopefully us, like you guys said, Spuddy King, hopefully he takes it home, bro. Hopefully he takes it home. You guys, it was a vibe this morning, dude. Honestly, I gotta agree with y'all, man. Dude, this morning, shoot, what a way to wake up, bro. Straight to a party, man. I honestly love to see it. Dude, it was cool that everyone got to meet up to you and just do a little IRL stream. That was really, honestly, super awesome to see. We got bro started tweaking, dude, and twerking, bro. I love it, dude. Let's go, bro. Shit, we already got with the giveaways, and let's see how many likes are we at right now. Shoot, I seen y'all hit a couple hundred likes here, bro. I think we could get up there. Shoot, we're at 73 likes, man. If we could get, damn, what we feeling, chat? What's a good number, bro? Dude, we get up to 300 likes, bro. We'll do the first giveaway. I know we could do it, chat. I've seen y'all push some crazy likes, bro. I think one of the streams, I think Spuddy pulled off like 800 likes or something like that. So hey man, shoot, like it up, chat. Like it up, bro. We got Amos not here this agent. Yes, unfortunately, chat. Yeah, we got Amos. He'll be back on Thursday, y'all. So hey, make sure you guys are following the stream. Make sure you guys got your noties on. And you, chat. All right, we got, let's see, Spuddy surviving, advancing to the next round. The last outlaw standing beats Rips. Sheesh, bro. For bonus 5K. And then we had Nando winning against Brett, taking home the 25K. That was honestly insane, bro. Win or lose, shoot, I'd be happy with that. Not gonna lie. What's good, DP? What's good? All 800 likes? Nah. I think we could do 300, chat. Shoot, we got a long stream, bro. We're barely getting started. What time is it? It's 3:12. We got all the way, well, 3:12 PST. We got till 5:30, low-key. Sheesh, bro. But hey, man, if you guys haven't looked up the leaderboard, hey, make sure you guys check it out, bro. I'll drop it in the chat one time if you guys want to look at it. And like I said, it was really cool. You could ask Claude anything on Google Chrome and it'll literally search it all up, bro. So hey, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys are checking it out. We got, what's your strategy, bro? Win rate, scalper, day, swing trader. Shoot, hey, we'll get into that real quick too, y'all. We could do either like my journey on how I got here, or we could do strategy. So what do you guys feel in chat? Which one you guys want to start off first here, bro? All right, here, let's check the charts too real quick, chat. All right, we got I'm a MNQ trader and MES. That's literally all I trade. So here, let's see, we got anything going on, bro. We got a gordita crunch up in here. Shoot, always gotta have the gordita up in their chat, so that way we make sure we hit TP, you know what I'm saying? But personally, for me, the way I learned things, I first started with break and retest. So that's what I look for. The key levels that personally worked best for me were hourly highs and lows. I had noticed around those areas, we'd have a lot of, movement. We'd either reverse or have some nice continuation. So that's personally how I trade, chat. But hey, we'll get into that real quick. We got how you got here. You guys want to hear the story? All right, we can share the little journey here, chat, one time. All right. Well, it all started back during COVID, chat. So that was a while ago. But it started during COVID. I just recently moved from, I was born in California, but my parents moved to New Jersey. And that was a crazy story in itself. Pretty much my dad moved us out there to he was talking to another lady, ended up divorcing my mom, ended up trying to kick me and my brother and my mom out of the house. We were in a completely new state. We had no friends, no family. It was honestly probably one of the darkest times I've had to go through. I was 20, turning 21. You know, everyone lives it up in their 20s. And I was, I had no one. I was just stuck at home. I ended up getting together with my girlfriend, Bethany, who's my fiance now. About to be 8 years of being together this December. And I didn't want to do long distance, so I ended up driving from New Jersey all the way to California. And that was a 41-hour drive. Honestly, that was super insane. I did it in 3 days. I don't recommend traveling during January in winter, because I kid you not, I almost died out there during a blizzard. I was literally where was I think like going through Arkansas or something, and then the blizzard just came out of nowhere. Literally snow just started piling up on the cars. I either had to keep driving or pull over, and I was honestly scared to pull over. I was gonna be in the middle of nowhere. It was pitch black. I was like trying to rush to a hotel, and luckily a street cleaner came, the ones that like throw all the snow to the side. And I honestly followed that for so many miles until I got out of it. But I ended up in California. living with some of my friends. And then COVID hit, and you know, it was a really hard time, honestly. I was doing Uber at the time. You know, I went to college, didn't finish, so you know, I didn't have many job opportunities, you can say. Um, and yeah, so I was doing Uber. COVID hits, job was super slow. I wasn't making any money, couldn't pay rent, couldn't afford my bills. And then Bethany, I was with her for like a year by then, and her parents, shout out to her parents one time, no lie, because looking back, it was kind of crazy that they let me move in with them, and they just met me. So hey, big shout out to hey, Amma and Johnny, bro. That was good, Lacey. What's up, y'all? And and yeah, so I ended up moving with them, and then hey, y'all saw the little stimmy checks be hidden, bro. So I was starting to get those stimulus checks, and you know, at the time I wasn't really doing much here, and you know, I was trying to figure out a way to make more money, and you know, just put my checks towards something. So I ended up starting my streaming career. Then I ended up streaming for you know, 6 years, and I had some leftover money from, you know, me investing in like equipment and just really trying to make my streaming career take off. And you know, that's just something I was able to do at home, because you know, COVID, I couldn't like really go out and find work and stuff. So I was like, you know, I got to make money some way. So I started streaming. Started with COD, ended up in Animal Crossing, and then ended up in Fortnite. So it was honestly a crazy journey. But at that time, with that leftover money, I was like, how can I make it into more? And you know, I didn't have anyone in my family or anyone or any friends, to be honest, that did any trading related stuff. And I was just like on YouTube, and I stumbled upon some trading videos. It was some dude just calling out, you know, what stocks to buy, when to buy it, you know, all that good stuff. Like anyone else, you know, I was like, shoot, if I just follow him, I'm always making bank, you know, there's no way I'm not gonna make bank as well. And I was definitely wrong about that, chat. But so I started investing in EV stocks, because that's what the dude was calling out at the time. Um and looking back, it was honestly pretty crazy of me, because I ended up investing like $2,000 worth of my stimmy checks in stocks. I was buying like I said, EV related stuff. So I was buying some Neo, just like any EV related stuff, manufacturers that are making the batteries and whatnot. And you know, things were going pretty well. I ended up turning the 2K into 4K, which was insane at the time. And What about now, chat? That's so weird. Just hear background music. We got muted still. Can you hear? Oh, it's good now. We can hear. I guess my Go XLR is hating on me. All right, we got you. All right, bad. Appreciate that. All right, but pretty much in the 2K. We good? All right, we good. I think we good now, right? And what's up, gamer? And what's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got Moon up in here. We got G Star. We got Micro Van. Hey, we got Tunk. We okay now? All right, cool, chat. And then I'm not seeing any plays yet for myself. So, right now I'm currently sitting this one out while I talk to you guys. But pretty much I turned that 2K into 4K. I was just like, shoot, if I was able to do that, if I leave it, just a little bit longer up in there, that 2K profit gonna turn into 4K, into 6K. Shoot, Taco Bell money on me, bro. Shoot, I'm about to hook everyone up with some Taco Bell. And shoot, boy, was I wrong, chat. I put that to the side, and I ended up not looking at videos. Next thing I know, a couple months go by, and I'm like curious about how my stocks were doing. So then and then we'll go over my strategy too right after this, chat. We're just gonna get through the journey real quick. But I ended up losing my whole $2,000 profit that I made, and on top of that, I ended up losing like $300 worth of my own capital. And honestly, that was super devastating and really hard on me. Honestly, it gave me some trauma, bro. I was just like shoot, bro. I did not want to do anything trading related. I didn't want to look at the charts. It was just really hard on me mentally. But at the time, I was still doing my streaming stuff. So, I kept going with that. Some years go by. And then, me and Bethany were a duo stream, and we managed to see some nice success with our streaming. Managed to get a couple front page opportunities. We were on a couple like random little shows. Some if you guys play Fortnite, I was in some competitive Fortnite tournaments. I with people like Zemi, Crackly. So I was doing that. We were doing pretty good numbers wise, just not doing good monetarily. I remember at one point, Bethany and I, were just crying on the side of our bed with only like $100 to our name. TikTok was getting really big, and multi-streaming was starting to like get super huge. And sadly, we couldn't afford getting a dual PC setup. So, as time went on, we just kept getting pushed to the side, barely staying afloat. And then when we were gonna throw the towel, I'm pretty good at pretty big on my faith. I believe in God and stuff, and we were down bad, and just out of nowhere that same week, we ended up getting a stream exclusivity deal with a platform. And and that was our comeback. We were back in action for another 2 years, and during that time I was like, I'm gonna do things differently, and try to get back into trading. And I was like, if I was able to turn $2,000 worth of profit, $2,000 into $2,000 worth of profit, like what else could I do if I actually put some time into it, and just not take signals from people. So I ended up, just like everyone, consuming as much content as I possibly could. I kid you not, I would be watching videos for like 12-hour plus. I would wake up every morning, market open, market close. I would do my 4-hour stream, and then from the rest of the night, literally till my eyes couldn't take it anymore, it'd be like midnight, 1 a.m., just studying, and just honestly just trying to consume as much as I could. I watched a lot of podcasts. I think I've watched every single Words of Wisdom video out there, and that really helped keep me motivated, keep me going. And just from hearing all these other traders, You know, I knew this was going to be a long journey. Well, we might bounce over here, chat. This is my 1 hour fair value gap. You know, price flew up. Shoot, we might get a bounce here. Still no setup, but yeah, I'll talk about my strat in a little bit. But I ended up, you know, just studying. I knew our exclusivity deal was not gonna last forever. This time I was gonna play my cards differently. You know, I was given an opportunity to get stable income. And you know, so the whole time I was trying to make this trading stuff work. I spent a year honestly just consuming as much as I could, and in that year I never came up with a playbook, no framework. It was honestly information overload. I tried everything, EMAs, VWAP, freaking Bollinger Bands, volume profile, you name it, bro. I literally tried it all, bro, and nothing was working. And then some time goes by. I got into, I was looking at options, and I ran into these two dudes, Tony and Jack on YouTube, who did break and retest. And that was finally the first time trading kind of made sense to me. You know, we broke out of key levels, we retest those key levels, and then we play the continuation up, right? We got, yo, are you new? Yes, sir. Play first day on the job here, bro. Hope you're doing good, buddy. But you know, it was super awesome to feel like, you know, I was finally starting to get somewhere. So I was doing the break and retest for a minute. These dudes, just like when I was doing earlier, you know, they were making hella money, and I thought, shoot, if I were to copy them, you know, they were making thousands a day. If I were to just do exactly what they were doing, there's no way I wasn't gonna make money, right? And boy, was I wrong, chat. I got in, I was doing options. That's what they were doing. And I was doing options at the time. And you know, I would win some trades, lose some trades. All of it was all due to them. I'll keep it real. None of it was like me coming up with my own thing or whatever. And then I slowly started picking up that, you know, I was never going to be able to fully replicate what they were doing. We got, what up, Primo? What's up, Robin Hood? I wasn't going to be able to replicate exactly what they were doing. And I was just like, shoot, if they were to end their Discord, because I would watch their live all the time, and I'm not going to lie, I paid for their mentorship. I was like, if they quit, dude, I'm SOL, chat, shit out of luck, bro. No lie. I was like, shoot, I cannot like live my life depending on these dudes. And they eventually ended up going on a 1 week work trip. And that whole week there was no lives, chat. And I remember just waking up, staring at the charts, and I knew absolutely nothing, bro. It was honestly a wake-up call. You know, I'll show you guys. I pulled it up because it's kind of funny to share, because this is where I started. But they would draw out these key levels, and then they would wait for the break of those key levels, a retest of those key levels. And like, this was back in the day when I do options, bro. I kid you not, boxes drawn everywhere, bro, where I thought were key levels, bro. Anywhere price would bounce off of multiple times, I'd mark it, and then I'd notice on the lower time frame, same things would happen. So I was literally marking everything, and I was so lost and so confused. And that week, I realized that I was you know, not gonna go anywhere in my trading career, just following these dudes. So I made the choice to leave the Discord. No, freaking $1,800 down the drain. Well, I guess not really. I learned a hammer candle, so I guess there was something, bro. But I ended up leaving to learn on my own. You know, I was like, if I was gonna make this happen, I would have to go through the trenches. You know what I'm saying? That's what everyone always says. You know, everyone always talks about how much they back test, how much they struggled. So even though it took me some while to eventually do this on my own, I ended up leaving and just trying to do things on my own and figure out. Everyone always talked about coming up with your own playbook, your own framework. And honestly, I never knew where to start. There's just so much info out there and just so many people just doing the same thing different ways. It was just really, really hard for me. I ended up honestly not knowing exactly what I was doing, but I was like, hey, the more I stare at these charts, eventually, I was gonna pick something up. We got targets 300 for the giveaway. Yes, sir, chat. Yeah, we gotta like it up, bro. You guys liking it up? Let's see where we're at. Yeah, once we hit 300, we'll do our first little giveaway here, chat. All right, we're at 117, bro. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. But I ended up, yeah, just continuing to study. I had my exclusivity deal, and I, wasn't too stressed on the money at the time, but I was like rushing to try to figure this out as soon as possible because I knew, that deal was not going to last forever. And then some time goes on, and then last year in January, what's up, Lucky? What's up, y'all? Am I in a trade? No, I'm not in a trade right now. So I personally mark out our hourly highs and lows. I know, boring. I'm really into like quality, I guess, over quantity. So I waited out. So yeah, right now I'm waiting for. Right now we're gonna retest this fair value gap. We got price shooting straight up. I've noticed from back testing a lot of times, we bounce back from the first one. We either break through or bounce back. Of course, the only two options. So we'll wait it out right now. If next hour we get a bullish candle, I'm gonna wait for a 15-minute close under it, and then just hopefully get a retest, and then we're good. But I yeah, kept doing options for that while. So it was like a year. And then last January, towards the end of January, at 3 a.m., bro. Of course, at that time, man, freaking evil hours, bro. I wake up, I look at my phone, and bang, chat. The evil I never wanted to see, bro. Our sadly, the streaming platform, they weren't doing so hot with their marketing and trying to get more funds, so they ended up canceling everyone's contracts. And then eventually the platform ended up shutting down a couple of months after. But that was a really tough time for me and Bethany. So you're bearish at the moment? Yeah, a little bearish, but I'm gonna just wait, see what price gives me. Not gonna try to predict and then just react once I see my setup happen. But yeah, we'll see what's up. If we fail to break through this, we could see a bounce back into this other first fair value gap here. So we'll see what's up, chat. But I ended up we ended up losing that contract, and it was super devastating. I really thought I was gonna do something with streaming. We hit so many milestones, and it was just really hard on me and Bethany mentally. And then we were both we got Amos coming. He's coming on Thursday, chat, on Thursday, bro. But yeah, we were like, shoot, we're gonna have to find some jobs, do something. And Bethany, I'll never forget this day. Big shout out to my fiance. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here today. No lie, chat. She took it upon herself that she would find a job and allow me to stay home and continue to trade and figure this stuff out, because eventually one day it will pay off. So a big shout out to Bethany if you're watching right now. But yeah, she ended up finding a job, and that was around like last year in February. I was still doing options. I was spending every day, literally I would wake up till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. sometimes, just studying, trying to figure out a playbook, for myself. And I was just not going anywhere. The Greeks and options were honestly screwing me over. I just didn't know when to get in. And when I did get in, the trade would go sideways. And, you know, you guys know theta decay, bro. The longer you're in a trade, the more money you're losing. And, you know, it was just hurting me, hurting my capital. So I ended up just keep going. Shoot, it was honestly the hardest time mentally and physically, having to have Bethany come back from work and just explain to her that I lost. And I kid you not, chat, I would wake up, do 16 plus hours of just like studying, watching the charts, trading New York session, just to lose and lose and lose and lose again, bro. It was just constant losing, and I just honestly felt hopeless. There's so many times I thought of just throwing the towel, and just giving up, honestly. In that time, it was back in, let's see, January, in May, I started you know, really taking manifesting seriously, and, you know, turning to God, getting deeper into my faith. I just was trying everything. And honestly, I haven't showed anyone my book, but it was crazy to think a year ago, pretty much today, I started 5/20/25. I would wake up every day just feeling guilt that Bethany had to go to work and I was losing. I'd be crying in the shower every single day, and just literally just writing in my book day by day, just manifesting, hoping for the best. And when I started this book, my biggest goal was to get a payout and to be on a stream, on a podcast, you know, just talking about my journey. And the fact that I've been able to do that a year from then is honestly super surreal. And, you know, I'm a huge believer now in manifesting and just, you know, having good faith. You know, and I'm honestly going to keep writing in this book until, you know, the pages run out. But I ended up falling into futures last August. So, you know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not, you know, we got all the hosts up in here, super amazing traders, been doing it for years. You know, I'm fairly new. I'm barely about to be 2 years in July into this game. And I got into futures in August. I still had no playbook. I ended up blowing 3 evals. And then eventually, from back testing so much and just studying, you know, I started to slowly put the pieces together. You guys, your fiance still working that job? Yeah, she's still working that job. But hey, hopefully I get to retire her one day. But shoot, we still got a long way there, chat. But hey, proud of you. Hey, appreciate that, chat. No lie, man. I honestly never share this story with anyone, so I appreciate y'all listening, not laughing at me. But yeah, in November, I finally came up with a playbook after so much time back testing. You know, and then I came up with 2 models. I call them my lucky 5, my lucky 15. So one's on the 5-minute, the other one's on the 15-minute. And then from November to mid-January, I ended up blowing another eval once I finally had my playbook. And then I ended up passing 5 evals, bro, which I never thought that day would come. I ended up passing 5 evals. And then from January to beginning of March, I ended up making $1,200 across 5 accounts, which was honestly a crazy feeling. You know, I'm a first generation Hispanic. I don't come from money. My parents came here when they were 21. You know, seeing that money was pretty crazy. And so I ended up paying myself out on nothing crazy, 2.2K. And then that February, I ended up going on a 16-day win streak, and from losing and losing and losing to finally winning, chat. Honestly, I always get emotional because, you know, I've put so much time into this, and you know, I just really want to retire my fiance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been doing pretty good. You know, not gonna lie, after winning all that, I felt like, you know, I finally figured it out, right? I appreciate the love, chat. You know, I thought, you know, I finally figured it out. You know, it was only gonna be green from here, bro. And honestly, you know, Sally, the life as a trader, you know, is not always true like that. I ended up going from having a 16-day win streak to the next month in March. It was just slowly declining. I ended up with like 70% win rate that month. The month after that, it was like, see, March, April, May. April was like 55, 60-ish. And then last month, no, I always keep it 100 with everyone, bro. I don't like lying or just, you know, making stuff up. Yeah, you know, last month was my first red month. And that's been really hard for me mentally. Going from failing to a glimpse of success to what feels like failing again has been super hard. You know, I still be back testing every day, trying to figure it out. You know, and everyone always talks about, you know, markets change. So I was, you know, just telling myself, you know, it's just a market change. I need to adapt. You know, there's been lots of volatility lately. You guys been seeing, shoot, things be looking freaking nice. Next thing you know, we got a freaking headline, and then it's GG's, bro. So my model, 5 model, you know, was slowly decreasing. I wasn't winning as much, and yeah, I've been having to try to figure that out. I'm in that process, no lie. I'm sticking now to my 15-minute model. That one seems to be working a little better. I got bigger ranges and I go in smaller time frames. So from so where I enter to the high, let's say, of that 15-minute, it's a good amount of points and stuff. So I've been doing that. I feel like I need to stick to that at least for now until things like chill out. I don't know. I'm still personally trying to figure it out. I struggled with knowing when to stop trading. I'm a mechanical trader. I tried discretionary. You asked my fiance, bro. Dude, it takes me an hour to even figure out what I want to eat for dinner. So let alone you want me to put money on a trade off something that I think might work, bro. So, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a mechanical trader, and that's something I've been slowly trying to figure out. I've noticed, like right now, you guys see on the charts, I got these like blue boxes here, and just from back testing so much, I'm starting to pick up that, you know, we got these areas here, you know, we either reject super hard, or, you know, we break through and we fall through super hard. So, you know, whenever my 15-minute trades into one of these fair value gaps, I stop trading that setup if it sets up. If we get let's say a break, like right here, let's say, or we break it again, the high, let's say this was like a fair value gap here. So let's say we reversed, right? And then once we get the break again, then I'll be looking for a trade again, because it's showing that, you know, we're disrespecting the fair value gap and, you know, seeing some continuation, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love, chat. No lie, bro. Yeah, that's where I'm at currently in my career. Hoping to, you know, get some more payouts. Hopefully we get a nice trade going on today too. We're in this big range. I personally don't like trading in these big ranges, so I'm just gonna be patient today, see what's up, and if something comes up, then we're chilling, chat. So you've been training for multiple years. I've been training for 2 years. It's actually going to be my 2 years of trading, July 14th. So coming up, chat. But hey, man, just always believe in yourself, chat. Never give up. Some of y'all might just be starting or feeling stuck, and honestly, as cliche as it sounds, yeah, just really never give up. Put in that time. I know Amos said the other day on his stream, like, you guys don't want to hear it, but you guys got to back test. Honestly, back test helped me so much. It really does build confidence in your trades. That's something I struggled. I feel like a lot of people always say like, oh, like I trade too much. I'm just buy, sell. And I was quite the opposite. I was honestly super scared to get in. Losing $50, $100, that's like food for the month. Just like I was just like thinking like that always. So I've had to like train my brain. I wouldn't say I'm fully desensitized about money, but I'm able to take $200, $500 losses to the chin. Just slowly by slowly. I'm getting there, chat. Slowly getting there, bro. But yeah, I've been training for 5 years, but I'm still struggling. What will I do to change, please? Dude, if you haven't yet, Abba, shoot, back testing. I was watching the speech, a motivational speech, in prep for today. Not gonna lie, this is my first time on stream, so now I needed some motivation, some hype. And I was watching this Denzel Washington's speech, and this is what he said, chat. He said Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments, and the 1,001st experiment he created the light bulb. And I like to think of trading in that exact same way. This is all trial and error, figuring out what works for you, what doesn't. Social media makes it really hard. You see people trading a certain strat, making hella guap. You want to try that out. And sometimes, what works for someone is not going to work for you, bro. So I had to really like zone in on what I could pick up. Like I said, I started with break and retest. So I started just seeing everywhere that we broke out of a range, and then we would retest and then seeing if there was a continuation. And then everyone always talks about using the higher time frames, the 1 hour, 4 hour, the daily. And I personally struggled with using higher time frames. I'll see we're making higher highs, higher lows. I'm like, oh shoot, easy, bro. We don't go for longs for the day, bro. Easy money. And bam, chat, freaking shorts all day, bro. And then I get cooked. So, just from back testing, I started slowly picking up, like I said, around these hourly highs and lows. We get a good amount of momentum. And if, we get a nice breakout, we get the retest, there's a high chance we're going to get that continuation. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit here. We got the Amos, good looking dude, huh, bro? Homeboy's buff, man. We got do you ICT? Yeah, I'll get to my strat. I kind of came up with like my own little strategy on. I was a firm believer because everyone always says, any strategy works. You can use literally anything, and just you got to make it yours, and then eventually it'll work, right? So I ended up kind of creating like my own weird kind of trading strategy. And I guess I could show you guys, yeah, if you guys want to see. But yo, like G Stars put in the chat, man, if we hit 300 likes, we'll do our first giveaway here, y'all. So hey, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys like it up. We're like halfway there, chat. We're halfway there. Appreciate y'all being here too, man. I know I'm new new to the game. Only got one payout, bro. But hey, man, it really means a lot that you guys are here and just hearing me out, man. So hey, big shout out to y'all. Big shout out to Tradeify for the opportunity again. And y'all. Yeah, when you start becoming profitable, I ended up having my first payout. So I made 1,200 in from January till mid-March across 5 accounts. My goal was to hit 3K with it so I could take out half, right? Sadly, you know, my Model 5 wasn't working too well, so you know, I kept losing money, making money, so I kept fluctuating between like $800 to like $1,300. And I just decided to pay myself at once I was at 955. So I think it was like a $453 dollar payout times 5 accounts. So you know, nothing too crazy, but you know, it was super awesome for me. You know what I'm saying, chat? Yeah, I've been training for 3 years, 2 payouts of 1K each. Hey, that's super good, Jack. Shoot, hey, we're all, you know, on our own timeline. Like I said, social media makes it seem like, you know, shoot, pick this up in a month. But hey, man, we all got our own journey. And as long as you guys don't give up, chat, literally anything is possible, bro. No lie. Hey, appreciate that, G-Star. Let's go, chat. And if I miss any comments too in the chat, hey, feel free to drop them, y'all. But shoot, it seems like we're holding up against this fair value gap. Let's see what happens here, man. Dude, and yeah, Joshua, I was doing options for a minute. I only got into futures last August. So from last August, I ended up having my first playbook in November, and then from November to mid-January, I passed 5 evals, and then from there to now, I got in a payout and stuff, chat. Yeah, I guess we could get into the strategy here, huh, chat? I know a couple of y'all keep asking about that, huh? Okay, let's see. We got, can you share this indicator that marks all this? Yeah, I got you, Theory, I got you. So right now I'm trading on TradingView, chat, but this one, it's from LUCKYJO, so it's just fair value gap. So if you guys just look up fair value gap, it's this one right here, chat. So pretty much that marks out all the imbalances that happen. My settings, because sometimes you'll have some like fair value gaps from like all the way back here that get kind of lost in the sauce. So here's my settings. I have it on 500, so that way it extends max, and then I always get to see them. That way I don't miss out on them. Oh man. But yeah, I use this indicator. Not gonna lie, I tried using a lot of indicators and it was just not working out for me. Sometimes when we would retest, let's say if we were to close below a VWAP or an EMA, mentally I was just like, oh shoot, this is gonna reverse, and it would scare me and I would not get in the trade, chat. So I started using less indicators. The other indicator I use is you guys probably seen this one around. This one's a key level one. So this one just marks out all the yesterday highs and lows. You could do last week's highs and lows. You could do monthlies, quarterly. It has a whole bunch of stuff. So this one's just key levels. Let's see by who. Key levels by Liquid Trader. So I use those two. And honestly, that's the only thing I use. This indicator right here is something I had Claude make me. It marks out. It helped me with back testing, honestly. It marks out every New York Open, and I stopped taking continuation trades at 11. That's just what I figured out on back testing, at least for my strat. I noticed you know, after 11, we either, you know, reverse really hard or we do have a little bit of continuation. But personally, I stopped looking for continuation trades at 11. So that just marks it out. That just makes it so when I go back test, I know where every New York Open is, and I don't have to like zoom in and put a line, you know, and all that stuff. But that one, I think I have to publish it to share it or whatever. So if you guys want that, I could work on publishing it today, and then I could drop it in the, I was gonna say in the Discord, but that'd be self promo. I could drop it if I'm ever back here, chat. I'll drop it in the chat for you guys one time. Yeah, thanks for sharing the indicators. I usually use only price action, but just wanted to see. Thanks, buddy. Hey, anytime. I got you, y'all. And then if any of you guys got questions, hey, feel free to ask. I know I missed some during my whole little speech. But hey, if you guys got anything, like what was a moment that made trading click for me, or just anything, hey, feel free to ask, chat. We got, hey Jose, tattoo on your hand. Can you please tell me more about it? The story behind it? I never got it finished, sadly. I ended up getting in a car accident, and what's it called? I hydroplaned, and I didn't want to go through insurance, so because then my freaking insurance was gonna go up, chat. So I ended up paying out of pocket, and nice, we're at 180 likes. If we get a 300, we'll do our first giveaway, chat. But I ended up messing up my car really bad, and I had to pay a lot out of pocket, so I never finished my my tattoo. But yeah, it's pretty much just a snake. I got my mom's initials on it. It's wrapped around my hand, and then I just have some roses on it. But my goal is to one day, when I finally start making more money from trading, go back to Philadelphia and get it finished. That's where I got it. Some dude like free handed it, so it was pretty cool. We got, have you entered any trade? Not yet, fam. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for so right now we got some rejection on this fair value gap here. This is the first one made when we gapped up. So I'm waiting for this to close, hoping we get a nice bullish candle, and then take a break of that, and then a retest of that. But I'll show you guys you know, some examples of my strategy. We got giveaway soon. Hey, if you guys want a giveaway, make sure y'all like it up, chat. Make sure you guys like it up. We got the IB strategy, definitely helped me and opened my eyes and made it more simple. Thanks for it. Yeah, Joey does IB, huh? I've been watching him. Yeah, definitely would like to learn some more. It like does IB for like, was it like the first hour of market open or something like that, and he takes, does he take a break out of that and then a retest for continuation too, something like that, right, chat? True. I remember coming in one stream too, y'all talking about him fishing. Shoot, don't tell me Joey fishes, bro. I grew up fishing. Honestly, my uncle used to take me and my brother all the time as a kid. I haven't gone fishing in a minute, but that'd be something cool to do again. We got, you will one day, bro. All the best. Hey, appreciate you, G-Star. Appreciate the good energy too, bro. Hey, keep it up, man. We got past 10 evals, no payouts yet. Hey, all good, Robin Hood. You know, it happens sometimes. You know, what helped me, even though some people don't want to hear it, when I first started, I just took it slow, honestly. You know, a lot of people full port their accounts, and you know, I didn't really have the money to just be blowing accounts left and right like that. So I really took my time with it. I was risking like around like 250 per trade on a 50K. So with like 2,000 stop loss, I mean 2,000 drawdown. So 250 gave me a lot of trades. Yeah, 200 to 250, that was what, like 10 trades. So yeah, take it slow. I know we want to rush things sometimes, but sometimes better just go slow. What's good, fam? We got Coking up in here. How we doing? We got Global. Irvine Lake has fishing with no light. Oh, no way, with no license near Santiago Canyon. Oh, I know where that is. Yeah, my fiance works in Irvine. I think she got to go through Santiago Canyon. Yeah, dude, I haven't gone fishing in a minute. I used to love going deep sea fishing. That was my favorite. Every year when I was a kid, my uncle would take me to Catalina, and then we'd go fish, do some deep sea fishing. Oh, shoot, Chaz, what we like to see here. All right, look, we got a nice little rejection. The hourly did not close. Let's see if we get a nice hourly to close above. But here, I'll show you guys my strat real quick. This is what I ended up coming up with from just back testing. A little weird strategy, but hey, it's been working. I've gotten some payout. I got a payout, so hey, it has some pretty good win rate, not gonna lie. I was just struggling with like my stop loss. You know, I was either doing it too tight where I was getting stopped out all the time, or I was doing too big of a stop loss and I was just leaving a lot of money on the table. And so I've been trying to figure that out. Seems like what works best for me is if we have a 1 minute. See if we can find an example. Like here, let's say we're retracing right on the 1 minute. So right now, this would be the first stop loss, right? I've been from backtesting a lot recently. I've been noticing that on the second 1 minute, no, it's a high chance of it not hitting. So I'll show you guys some trades with that real quick. Yeah, let's go. So timing, Joey Jazz, dude, I'd love to go fishing, Pavle. Not gonna lie, bro. You guys didn't know, Pavle is one of my first trading buddies here. I work as a Discord mod here in Tradeify. So I've been doing that for 4 months, and honestly, freaking love it. Everyone in the Discord is super awesome, bro. It's been really cool to help people out. Shoot, it's been awesome to deal with when there's outages and everyone going crazy. It has been lit, bro. It's been lit. We got no sleep, gang. Hey, that's what's up, Alpha. You got it sometimes, bro. We got, where do you find you on social media? I barely made an account, chat, so I'm a LUCKYJO Trades on here. Let me get my YouTube account real quick. Or screw it, I'll just type it with my stream account because I don't know if the chat will go away. All right, it's LUCKYJO Trades. So, you know, I was posting on TikTok a bit, my setups and stuff for the day. Ever since I started my Discord job, I kind of slowed it down just so I could rest at night. But hey, man, if you guys want to see videos, I could go back to doing some videos. You're in SoCal? Yeah, Romaine. I'm out here around Fullerton, bro. I'm in the OC. Yeah, you go between Newport and Canyon Lake. Hey, that's what's up. Newport, honestly, super chill. I ended up being out there with my friends for like a year while I was going to community college. Newport is pretty sick, no lie. All right, let me show you guys some of my trades here, or some setups, I should say. All right, don't mind the gordita crunch, chat. It's to motivate price to move up. You know what I'm saying? We got so orb one hour high. Yeah, I do 1 hour highs and 1 hour lows. I personally haven't tried using imbalances, but hey, shoot, you know, that'd be something cool to learn. I know Joey does that a lot, and I've been seeing him talk about it, and he has that like whole little chart or indicator he made. So yeah, it'd be cool to learn a little bit about that. Yeah, damn, from South Africa. Let's go, Meek. That's what's up, bro. Dang. Okay, chat. We got people from all around the world here. Okay. We got Mickey in Newport. We got Christian with the Cal State Fullerton alumni. I see you, bro. Congrats. Your college is freaking hard, no lie. We got hard to find traders in the area. Facts, bro. Yeah, honestly, yeah, the only traders I know are my fellow Discord mods, bro. Yeah, what's up, trader? Yeah, what's good, y'all? Here, I marked out some trades to show you guys today. All right, this one's perfect. Here, let's do replay mode. I hate having to freaking go to the lower time frame and then having to freaking scroll all the way to the left. That stuff's crazy. We got, what's your strat? We about to get right into a chat. And if you guys are just tuning in too, shoot, we hit 300 likes. We're 100 away. We'll do our first giveaway of the day, chat. And shout out to all 333 of y'all here, man. No lie, it really means a lot, chat. Freaking hearts to everyone, bro. We got G-Star from Slovenia. Damn, bro. Okay. Y'all got me feeling like freaking Pitbull here, chat. Mr. Why? Sheesh, chat. That's what's up. We got North Korea up in here. We got Australia. Canada. We got Michigan, England. I love that. Oh, shoot. My screen went black. Oh, no. We good now, huh, chat? I think we good. All right. So, look. This is one of the... This is my setup right here. I call it the Lucky 15, chat. So, it requires us to use the 15-minute time frame. So, what I look for... All right. You know, a lot of people always say, you know, buy low, sell high. Personally, for me, I was just not working. Like I said, I've tried a lot of things. What ended up working the best for me was using ICT, the way he does inverse fair value gaps, and what does he call it? Change of structure, delivery, market structure, shift, break of structure, whatever you want to call it. I use that for my entry. That's the only thing I use that I learned from ICT. And then the rest, break and retest, I learned it from they're on YouTube. Some they trade options though. The name is like Scarface and J-Dub. But Super legit dudes. We got Texas in the building. Let's go. We got greetings from Argentina. Okay, I see y'all. We got East LA. Damn, we got a lot of LA OC people. That's what's up, bro. We got Dominican Republic. I love that. We got Greece. We got Wakanda. Dude, Wakanda forever, bro. Freaking love those movies. No lie, chat. All right, I'm gonna show you guys here real quick. All right, we're gonna draw this little blue line here. All right, so this is on MNQ. All right. All right, let's do a blue line so you guys can see it really well. We got San Pedro. Let's go. Salvador, Hawaii, Haiti. Sheesh, chat. Appreciate y'all sharing, bro. Portland, Paris, Nigeria. We got OC the best. Honestly, I love OC. I was living in LA for a minute. I love LA, but the traffic over there is ridiculous, chat. Holy frick, bro. To literally just drive 5 miles is like, what, like 20 minutes? It's crazy. We got New Zealand. We got Philippines. Hey, let's go. Dude, I don't even know how to say that word. Azerbaijan. Did I say that right, Yosef? Probably not, bro. We got Swai from India. Let's go. All right, chat. This is what I do. So right here, we got yesterday high, a nice key level. I don't really like put too much emphasis on yesterday highs and lows. But since I started my trading journey, I've always had this indicator up, and if I don't have it up, it feels like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, chat. So I just leave it up. It's nice to see. Maybe I pick something up too along the way on what happens around those areas. But you, chat. Where am I from? I'm from Orange County, chat. I'm like around Fullerton. Hey, what's up, Gamer King? Hey, coming from the streaming community? Sure, let's go from the Joby fam. All right, here we go, chat. So here we had a nice break of structure, right? We have a nice little close up here, chat. So first off, we close above the hourly high. This would have been a setup if we retraced a little bit more. In trying to find all the answers, I figured out fibs were really helping me. I don't really use like OTE. Was that like the 0.68, 0.71 little area? What do they call it? The golden zone. Yeah, I got the OC accent. Let's go, Jay. Shoot, I get that all the time. Don't lie, bro. Freaking, I noticed that like everyone always talks about that when price moves up, you know, we got to eventually retrace to be able to move up again. Everyone always talks about RIP the mic. Last time. All right, what about now? Last time this helped. You're good? All right, bad. Shoot, y'all already trolling chat? Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, so I noticed that, yeah, we would always reach the 50%, and a lot of the times we would bounce off that. A lot of people on the internet always talk about equilibrium, consequent encroachment, 50% of the range, you know, all the same stuff. So I started taking that into consideration. I would back test literally a whole year back. I back tested every time we would break an hourly high. I still didn't have the retest part down, the 50%, but I noticed I would take note, I would journal how often that would break out. And then that was my step one. And then step two was eventually trying to figure out how deep are we going to retest. You know, a lot of people use these fair value gaps, right? And work off those to, you know, for continuation. Personally, when there's a lot of fair value gaps, like here we got 1, 2, it was hard for me mentally to, you know, stick to one. I would just want to trade off all of them. And, you know, it might work for some people, but for me, it just didn't work. So in finding answers, I tried, like I said, EMAs, see if we retested that, the VWAP, middle of the Bollinger Bands, seeing when we retested the next candle having high volume. None of that worked for me. I was then got into even looking at the candles, you know, if we got dojis, hammer candles, seeing if I could pick something up, and sadly none of that really worked out for me. And then eventually, like I said, I got into you know, fibs and OTE and just this kind of stuff. And like I said, I picked up, we would retrace all the time, well, not all the time, but a lot of the times to the 50% of the range. So that was my step 2. All right, so I had the break out of an hourly high, step 1. Step 2, we get the retrace. If we don't retrace the 50% of the range, I'm not getting in a trade. You know, I've been a pretty disciplined in my trading career, I would say. Here, let me have the charts up over here too, so I can see if there's a trade going on. All right, still nothing. But I'm pretty disciplined. Shoot, you know, I was scared to put money on the trade, man. I really get like, gotta make sure things were gonna work out before I start doing that. So that was step 2 for me, was hitting 50% of the range. Hey, ¿qué pasa, Black? We live in Honduras. What's up, Black? But that was step 2, chat. And then step 3 was honestly probably one of the harder parts. It was figuring out like where to enter, you know. I tried like discretionary trading, just reading, like trying to figure out the candles, how they were closing. A lot of times and waiting for confirmation, I would wait for too much confirmation, and then the trade would be done, and that was devastating to see. And then I was tried EMAs, VWAP. I literally did that for every step of the way, and I would trade a whole year, all these new ideas. I'd go back a whole year. I kid you not, I have spent so many hours on this, and call me crazy, but I figured out and no shot, chat. Let me open up TradeC. Dang, chat, my subscription ended today, bro. I should have freaking renewed it. No shot, chat. 1 second. We need to get on the 30-second time frame. That's where I do this. Uno segundo, por favor. Here, let me pull it out real quick. All right. Let's see. Damn, chat, that's really unfortunate. But I guess I could show you this example. All right, where are we? Sunday 31st. Sunday. Was that 7:51? Oh yeah, here we go. 7:51. All right. So this is the 15-minute. Damn, that's unfortunate, chat. I'm gonna have to buy that subscription, bro. Damn, should I buy it right now? Shoot, that's gonna freaking get in the way. We got, if your model is mechanical, why not turn it into algo? Honestly, Jack, I went through that. I tried using Claude, and there's just some things I guess that I do that Claude just wouldn't be able to do, bro. I don't know, like it would get the break, but sometimes if we were to wick past an hourly high, let's say, and close back within, it would still keep where that hourly high was and not update to where the wick was. Eventually I did get it to do that, but when we would retest, it just wouldn't get the retest right. So I literally spent like a week or two literally all day trying to figure it out, and I just couldn't. So maybe eventually Shu-san helped me out, but at the moment I'm just doing it manual. But dog, no way this freaking moves. Here, 1 second, chat. Y'all probably like, damn, this Jose guy a mess. Oh, look, here's another one. All right. So we got here the 15-minute break, right? We broke out. So this is the hourly high, this blue line, right? So we broke out again over this range. We had a nice break of structure. So that's my confirmation to start looking into a play. I'm waiting for the retrace. So as you guys can see here on this nice green doji candle, we retraced really nicely. All right. So once we retrace really nicely up in there, I go down to the 30-second time frame. I used to use the 1 minute, and I noticed since I'm playing these like smaller ranges that on the 1 minute, when I finally got my entry, sometimes the candle would close too high up to the, let's say like in this case, the range high. It would close way too high up there where I was leaving too much money on the table. My stop loss would be freaking ginormous. It would mess up my RR. And personally, I've only back tested what happens when we reach the end of the range. And in back testing, I noticed we got a strong chance of reversal there, bro. That's when my move ends. Like here, you could see we did break up, but then we reversed straight back in. And let's say if here's my trade, let's say we go up and I put it break even, you know, I'm about to get stopped out. So I was trying to find some more answers, and I ended up landing on the 30-second time frame. I know, pretty crazy. It moves pretty quick. Shoot, I got like ADHD, bro. So I don't know, just because it moves so fast. I personally, I really enjoy it. I don't know. But here we go. Look. So this white line right here. Here, I guess I could do full screen. All right. So this white box is the range, right? So I draw it out on trade C, then I go to wherever I'm trading on trade. I draw it out on trading view, and then I go wherever I'm trading on trade C. We're gonna plot that out there too. I'm waiting for us to retrace, right? So we got this 50% of the range. And look, I'm waiting for a break of structure or change in state of delivery, whatever you want to call it, or an inverse fair value gap. So what that is, for example, all right, I don't got my box tool on here, but I'll just use this GAN. So right here, this is a fair value gap, right? We got price pushed down. We had some nice momentum. We had a nice imbalance. Price came back up and bang. Look, we got a nice little break of structure here, chat. Inverse fair value gap. My bad. We got a nice little inverse fair value gap. So there, that is my entry, chat. So I would get in right there. Like I said, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out the best stop loss for this. Recently from back testing so much, I'm coming to the conclusion that not the first low. So like here we wicked down, right? We wicked right here. So that means for me, it would be this low, right? I would not use this one, but I would use the second one. And personally, I've been looking if I do this on the 1 minute, there's less lows. And so the 1 minute kind of works best for me for stop loss. But look here, you can see, all right, we got in and boom, chat. Look, we're moving up. We were in some drawdown, you know, all good, happens to the best of us. Can't just fully go straight up, you know what I'm saying? So we get in right here. I'm holding till we reach highs or we got some nice RR. And here we ended up trading up. I don't know what the heck happened on Sunday, but this thing freaking dropped, chat. Look at that 30-second candle. That was crazy. I have a risk management strat that I use. So this one actually got stopped out. I could show you guys my risk management strat as well. It works for me, honestly. It's what I've seen from back testing so much. Everything I do is just from what I've seen on the charts. Nothing is guessing. You know, I was always scared to get in trades. So I really need like confirmation and be confident in my setup. Otherwise, it's like really hard for me to get in. We always here to support your journey. Hey, let's go, DP. Appreciate you. We got to use 30-second cows. I do G-Star. Yeah, that's what I use for my entry. So right here, I got in. And then due to my 5-minute risk management strat, we did break even right here. But you can see we ended up taking out that high and some, bro. So that was super, super nice. Honestly, I probably should have taken profit up here. That's one thing too I've been dealing with, was when I first started, I was not greedy and really scared to take to like hold trades. So when we would barely move up, I'd like take profit right away. So I've been working on, you know, holding to TP, which I'm well at. But sometimes in doing that, I get a little overly greedy. So like right here with my 5-minute risk management strat, this is 0.91R. I honestly should have just taken some partials or even like closed it there, you know, pretty much 1R. You know, I'm really big on base hits, so you know that's something I need to take note of and do better for next time. But here we go. Like we hit, bam. All right, we hit that. Here, let's see if we can find another setup for you guys. Yeah, you waiting for Asia? Yeah, I'm waiting for a play here, chat. Let me here, let me put this up so I can look at it from time to time. All right, we're waiting here, chat, for this green candle to close. We got 37 minutes. It better close green. That's like the best case scenario. And then we're gonna wait for a break of structure from here, and then we're gonna get the retest. These are super nice too, because then these fair value gaps end up like holding price sometimes too. They become like inverse fair value gaps. So we'll see what happens here, chat. But that was one setup. Here's another one. All right, so I got all these lines because that's what I'm waiting for right now. But here, we could draw this blue line again. All right, so once again, we got a red candle and then a green candle. So that tells us, you know, at the bottom of the red candle, that's going to be the new low right here, chat. I did take a loss on this going longs because we had a break of structure on the top side over here. So, you know, we'll be transparent on that. I did take a loss and then ended up switching my bias after we took out those lows. But look, we had a nice candle closure below. So then that's my first step of my strat. So now after that, we're going to be waiting for the retrace back to the 50% of the range. So let me open up Trade C again. La-di-dee, la-di-da. Let's see. What day is it? Friday the 29th here, bro. Okay. All right. We're going to the 29th. Yeah, look. Right here, I tried to take a long freaking loss. But look, this is the one for the short, though. All right, so we break out, we retrace, and I get stopped out here. Damn, barely survived, bro. Barely survived on this one. All right, look. Here, let me go big screen. So here, once again. Well, actually, I don't think I took this low. All right, I didn't take this short. All right. Now that I'm remembering. So here we retrace, right? We're back to the 50% of the range once again. So we're up here. Like I told you guys, we're waiting for an inverse fair value gap or a break of structure to the downside. Here we ended up getting both. So you could either take your trade on the close of this candle, on this red candle, right? We inverse that. Or you could have taken a trade on the break of structure right there, right? So I put my little indicator here. Like I said, we're gonna go for the first low, and then we're gonna go to the second low. So this one would be here. Of course, this is in hindsight, I didn't take this trade. We end up aiming for the lows. And once again, look, we ended up trading all the way down. Let me see if what's it called? Yes, that took the low or not. 1 second, chat. All right, nah. Yes, didn't. All right, but look, on here we could have gone a nice 1.6 trade, 1.6 RR, and honestly, that's all you need, bro. Shoot, anything from 1 RR to 2 RR, shoot, that's money, chat. You know, I know some people like super, you know, huge RRs. Nothing wrong with that. Personally, for me, I couldn't like deal with all the losses that come with it. I need to start watching TG somewhere. I was watching his video on Tradeify, and then, you know, he said he managed to figure out a high RR with the high win rate. So, hey, man, big props to him, dude. He's been freaking killing it. No lie, chat. We got on NQ retrace already. Shoot, we still waiting for the hourly break, Jack. And we got No Chemical. What's up, Miguel? How we doing, bro? And appreciate y'all being here, chat. And dude, if we hit 300 likes, we'll be doing our first giveaway here too, guys. So let's see how far we are. 235, only 65 away, chat. Shoot, I think we could hit that bad boy, bro. I think we could hit it. We got hit like, guys, for this basic comment. Hey, appreciate you. Hey, no lie, chat. So look, this was an awesome trade here. Let's see what other examples I could give you guys. And then I'm gonna end up paying for the trading view 30-second thing again, because it would have been a lot easier just showing you guys on here. All right, let's go back to NQ. All right, where are we at? All right, right here. So market open, we had a nice hourly candle close above this high. This is what I'm looking for. Personally, I don't take any trades before market open. I just seen my strat not work as much. Things be moving crazy around there. So I usually wait till market opens, okay? We got, how are you gonna do the giveaway? Honestly, I don't have a wheel or like a thing to choose. So I think you guys, I'll get you guys to spam chat, and wherever my cursor lands on, I'll close my eyes, will be the winner, okay? Super easy. So hey, if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. Make sure you guys are following the stream. Turn your noties on. We got the legend Amaz coming back on Thursday for Asia. So hey, don't miss out, chat. There's a lot of good stuff happening over here. But look, here we got another candle closure right above that hourly high, which is this blue line here. So if we get another break of structure, then I just keep playing these trades out until it doesn't hit anymore, or we hit the first fair value gap out of and when we break out. So like kind of let's see, like here, this would be the first fair value gap after we just freaking broke all the way to the top over here. So this is what I would mark. So if we were to retrace here and a setup happened, I wouldn't take it, because I've been noticing it like reverses a lot, and you know, I'm trying not get stopped out, you know what I'm saying? But here we go. Look, we had a close. Sadly, I was waiting for us to have a deeper retracement. We barely missed it. Let's see, 64 by 10 points, sadly. So, you know, this would have been an awesome banger trade to start the day off right at 7 a.m. Get in at 7:15. I would have been done at 7:45 here. Sadly, that one didn't retrace. So we keep waiting. We break out again. This one didn't retrace. We keep waiting. And boom. All right, here we go, chat. We have another nice breakout. We got a nice retrace to the 50% of the range. And look, we ended up going straight to the top right there. So Let me pull that up on Trade C. All right, that's Thursday the 28th. All right. Ha ha ha. All right, here we go. See, here I had my stop loss super big. This is just recently I started doing that one, using 2 stop losses below. You know, I'm gonna just accept the risk. And if it hits, you know, I'm getting some nice RR trades. And if it doesn't, then, you know, just accept my loss. All right. So here we go, chat. This is a 15-minute range, right? I'm not taking any trades unless we hit the 50% of the range. So here we go. We finally hit 50%. Now, we did not get any nice fair value gaps here to inverse at the bottom. We do have one up on top over here. And then we also see this white line. Again, we got a nice break of structure right there, chat. So that would be your entry. The low is hitting this low, so that'd be our first low. Personally, this low kind of looks connected with that one, so I don't really want to use that one. I'd use the second one down here. So we place that there, and then again we aim for the highest, chat. I'm like, that's a nice 1R trade, bro. You're putting even $100 on that trade. You're making a nice 100 and some change, bro. So super cool. That's how I managed to get my first payout. You know, and it's been working for me. I was doing this exact same setup, but on the 5-minute time frame. And like I said, you know, things have been super volatile. We've been having a lot of headlines. We've been having deals and no deals and freaking deals and no deals. So this has been wild, and it's just been stopping me out way too much on the 5-minute. But on the 15-minute, I'm gonna just start sticking to this. You know, it seems to be working a lot better. But look here, shoot, we didn't even hit drawdown, bro. We went straight to our TP here, and then I'll take my money up at the highest, chat. And you know, a lot of people keep holding, you know, hoping for more, but for me, back testing, that just wasn't working for, at least for this strategy. Okay, we got Polly Short in the house. Yeah, let's go. What's up, Van? Hope you guys are doing good today, chat. Yeah, look, if I didn't take profit here at the highs, we did go up a little bit, but look, we closed back in, kept reversing, would have ended up stopping me out. And yeah, chat, look, that would have been sad to see, bro. Straight to my profit target and then not taking money. It hurts, bro. It hurts. All right. Yeah, I'll show you guys one more example, and then you guys want to see like my risk management or like little tips I got too, chat. Hey, let me know, bro. Oh, like here's another nice one that happened during Asia. Yeah, we could hit 300. I think we could hit 300 likes, chat. Shoot, we're almost there. Look, was that 46 away, y'all? So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys hit that like button, chat. We'll do our first giveaway once we hit that like button. All right. Look, here we go, chat. This one, I believe we would have taken a loss, but we had a nice re-entry. So we would have lost 1R, but this one would have hit 2.5, 2R. So we would have made back our loss plus some. So that's pretty good. All right. So here, let's see. Actually, no, this one would not be a trade. We don't have an hourly low. All right, let's keep going, chat. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. Once again, a New York Open here, bro. All right, so we're gonna mark out our low. Right, we got a green candle after red. That means this is the new low. Same as the top. You know, we got a green candle, then a red. That would mark out the high. So here, we had a nice break of structure, right? Sadly, this did not retrace back to the 50% of the range. So I was not in this first move. Here, Look, we broke out again, chat. So we had a nice breakout. I'm plotting out once again the full range, right from the high to the low. We're gonna wait for a 50% retracement, which we get. It's this what, the 27th? Here, let's go to trade C. All right, 27th. All right, here we go. So this is the range of it. All right, chat. We got 15-minute high, the 15-minute low. We're gonna wait for a retrace. Look right here. We didn't hit the 50%, so I'm not gonna get in a trade. Even if we were barely away, I just rather not get in. I've seen it just not play out, or we keep trading higher until we finally drop. And now I'm missing out on more RR and more money on the table. So we're gonna wait it out. And boom. All right, we hit it right here, chat. 50% of the range. All right, so now we wait. We're gonna wait, like I said, we're gonna wait for a fair value gap to show up that gets inverse, or we're gonna wait for another break of structure. So right here, you could see on this white line, we broke out of that low. Well, actually, it's right here. It's the most recent one, okay, chat? So we break out of this low. This one traded up. So if it passes a low, like right here, this is what I'm starting to pick up back testing. If it passes this one, then the first stop loss would be here. So I'm gonna be using the second one. So look, once again, chat, being patient is paying off, bro. Look, we got the break of structure. We got our stop loss out here, and like another bang, chat. And you just keep doing this and doing this until it doesn't work, honestly. Look, we got another range. This one almost stopped me out. This is all like grouped up, right? I would count this as one. So we got two. We inversed this fair value gap here, chat. There you go. Let's see. And you chat, look right here. This would have made us a new 5-minute low, possibly a 15. I have to look back here. I'd probably just take the trade here, because if we don't break out of that, then we will reverse. Luckily here we did hit the low, so that was super awesome. We got 100% win rate. I wish, bro. Last month I had my first losing or first red month. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I was using my Model 5 and Model 15, and my Model 5 was just not doing it for me anymore. I was getting a lot of losses. I'm having to now slow it down a little bit more and just focus on my Model 15. What I noticed, it's a bigger range instead of a 5-minute range, and I'm able to get just better RR and just some nice wins, no lie. We got 30 more likes needed. Hey, yes sir, chat. Like it up, bro. 30 away from 300. Dude, once we hit 300, chat, we doing our first giveaway here, y'all. So don't miss out, bro. Don't miss out. Let me see if I could find something where I use my risk management strat. Here, 1 second, chat. It helps when we get losses, bro. All right, that one's not too good. Here, 1 second, chat. All right, I guess we could use it here. So in back testing, since I'm playing such small ranges, I've noticed that when we finally get in a play, if we end up making a new 5-minute low, let's say on this one, like we're going short, right? We got in up here. If we make a new 5-minute low, I always mark those out. And the reason is I've noticed from back testing that when we come back to these lows, there's a high chance of us just sweeping the liquidity there and then reversing. Or if we're actually going to get the continuation, we're going to end up breaking through that pretty aggressively. As you can see here, like we broke it pretty aggressively. I end up going break even after we hit that low. We did retrace a little bit, but my entry was up here. So I'm chilling. Now I got a free trade, which is honestly the best feeling ever. You know, as soon as I could go break even, it relieves so much pressure. So I honestly do this every single time I get into a trade. So here we marked that low and like we got free trade, and then we ended up going all the way down here for a nice little dubski chat. So that's what I do for risk management. I also I was gonna gatekeep this, but this is like what really helped turn my trading around. So I noticed that ES and NQ, they trade, you know, when they're trading the same, you know, they're correlating. That's when there's the most momentum. And when they're not trading in the same direction, you know, whichever one's the stronger index is usually the one that's going to take over. So let's say if NQs, we got bullish structure, and ES, we got bearish structure, I don't take a trade because I've noticed that, like, let's say if a short presents itself, since NQ's making bullish structures, you know, we're most likely, if NQ's holding up and being really strong that day, we will reverse and end up just keep continuing higher, and ES just gets destroyed. So that's one thing I started implementing into my trading, which honestly in back testing, it took my win rate at the time like around 40 to 50% to like 70-ish. So if you guys haven't tried that out, maybe try implementing that into you guys' trading strategy. See if you guys see anything. I'm pretty strict on that rule. If we don't correlate, I'm not taking a trade, chat. Let's see if we could find an example. Same if we're retracing. If we're retracing and one breaks structure to the downside and the other one's holding, I will not take a trade as well, chat, because that's showing that price is you know, slowing down. Here, let's see. Honestly, should have probably done some examples in preparation for today for that, but I was honestly just gonna do freaking entries. Yeah, and keep push higher, push. Dude, how's it looking over there? Here, let's see. One's checking chat. Yeah, this is exactly what we want to see. Look, we're getting a nice bearish candle. We got 14 minutes left. Once that candle closes green, I'm gonna draw out these lows, and then if we get a nice break under, let's see if we get a nice trade here on stream chat. But here, let me see if I could find something that works here. Like here, for example, you know, we did have a continuation. We got ES breaking up, right? We never broke the lows. Bullish structure. Here, we got NQ. We were bullish. And then we made this new low. It starts retracing. I would not get in a trade here, chat. Because if we're already breaking under the low, I usually wait for that 15-minute to then fully close. Because if we break under, there's a high chance of us continuing down lower. So like here, if let's say if there was a trade, say, yeah, there was, like we ended up, if I put my stop loss at the low, we ended up stopping that out. So I just noticed that, like, you know, there's a lot of continuation to the opposite side if they're not correlating. So I just stay away, chat. I stay away. Here, let's see if we can find another one. All right, these ones worked. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some more examples for next time for y'all, chat. Just like I did these entries, but that's pretty much what I do. And I've been finding some awesome success with it. So chat, if you guys got any questions, hey, let me know. Let me know, chat. Shoot, let's see if how close we are to that giveaway here, bro. We're 908, chat. If you guys are just tuning in, hey, make sure you guys hit that like button, bro. The more likes we get, the more the stream gets pushed out, chat. So hey, it would mean a lot, man. You like it up, like it up. We're almost there, y'all. And we got G-Star wants that account. Shoot, we'll see who ends up winning. We'll have you guys spam chat, and then I'll, like I said, I'll put my cursor somewhere, and wherever it lands, bro, that'll be the person to win. And chat, I don't know what to give away to, bro. Maybe a little 50K select, bro. Honestly, those are my favorite accounts. No consistency once you pass. You got the option to choose daily payouts or every 5. Honestly, pretty cool. Yeah, can you explain how you trade? Yeah, we could do another example here. All right. 1 second. But dang, how we doing, chat? How we holding up? Everyone doing good today, bro? All right, let me turn this off. That's an indicator I made where I took 178 trades since January till today, and I was trying to figure out if certain time windows was affecting my strategy. So it was letting me know where I was taking my trades, and I was trying to figure out on like if I could find something with time. So that's what that is. I'm always trying some like weird, crazy idea. I usually come up with stuff in the shower. I don't know. Shower thoughts be hidden sometimes. We got Tradeify so generous. Honestly, yeah, dude. Tradeify always doing giveaways, bro. Always looking out for the community. We got that cup. Shoot, 200K for first place. Honestly, crazy, chat. Damn, we hit the like goal. Don't tell me that, Kasha. Let me see, bro. Dang, like that? Shoot, let me put my earbuds just in case production says anything. Let's see. This is my first giveaway, chat. I don't want to screw this up, bro. All right, let's see. We're gonna do a 50K select account, chat. So I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna have to see some spam in the chat, y'all, and then I'm gonna put my cursor on someone, and someone's about to win. So all right, chat. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna wait until some start popping up, and then I'm gonna close my eyes. But hey, spam the chat with whatever you guys want, man. Shoot, the more spam, the luckier you might get. Because what if your name ends up a little higher, chat? Shoot, that way your name pops up again, bro. All right, I'm gonna wait for you guys to drop. Yeah, drop some emails. Drop. Okay, W's. Yeah, W's work. All right, I see you guys going. All right. I'm closing my eyes. Ooh, I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds here, chat. Here, let's count down. I'm not looking. All right, let's use some fun voices. All right. All right, chat. I'm gonna start going.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's, chat. Let's see. We got the Micro Master
Sorry, I still had it on. We got the Micro Master taking home the victory. I could type it in the chat. The Micro Master. Damn, chat, y'all really know how to spam it up, bro. I love y'all, man. Bringing the energy. Shoot, I love it, bro. Damn, yo, Micro Master, I see you up in here, bro. We got Micro taking home the Dubski. And let's get some W's in the chat for Micro, bro. I'm all about good sportsmanship, no lie, man. W's for Micro, that's what's up. Yo, Micro, can you type here or something? I'm sure you're still here if I'm calling your name. I'm sure you would have missed the giveaway, right, buddy? Hey, but Micro, y'all know the drill. Hey, make sure, Micro. Yo, I see you typing in chat. All right, let me write it down in my notes too. So that way, yeah, I'm going to text it to myself. That way I don't forget. The Micro Master. All right. Yo, we got Micro Master taking home the Dubski, bro. And we got some W's for Micro. I love to see it, chat. That's what's up, man. Life's all about supporting one another. No lie, chat. It keeps the world moving. Dude, yo, Micro, you know the drill. I don't know if you know the drill. Oh, can't hear. You guys can't hear me? Y'all trolling, huh, chat? Y'all trolling, bro. But yo, Micro, make sure you have your email in your YouTube bio, okay? You have your email in there, and then the team will reach out to you within 7 days, okay? So, hey, no need to I see you guys in Discord. I'm a mod in Discord. Y'all be spamming. Where's my giveaway, chat? But shoot, we'll be in contact with you within 7 days, all right? We got the Micro Master. Let me put that in the Slack too. All right, the Micro Master 50K select giveaway. Okay. Yo, chat, you guys enjoyed the deep voice or what?
You guys enjoying this? Shoot.
We could even, like, if I got a cuss, bro, I could be like, oh my god, we got Micro winning giveaway, chat. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Oh man, hey, that's what's up. We got emails set in the bio. I love to hear it, Micro. All right, you're good to go then, buddy. You just gotta wait it out then. Within 7 days, you'll get that bad boy, okay? Ooh, that was exciting, chat. Shoot, that's my first giveaway. Y'all going dummy, bro. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Hey, what do you guys want to get into right now, chat? I'm still waiting for Price to give me what I want. If we get a green candle here, like I said, we'll be getting into a play here, bro. We're having another count of 400 likes. Sure, I don't know, man. Sure, let's hit 400 and we'll see what happens here, chat. Hey, let's go, bro. Hey, let's get it. Damn, chat. I had a really important question for y'all, man. Time to get serious here, chat. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Some hearts might be broken here. All right, shoot. Every time I'm on here, hopefully I'm on here again. You know, I freaking love it here. I'm gonna have a question of the day, chat. So let's take a little short break, have some fun, bro. Does pineapple belong on pizza, chat? How are we feeling about that? This is for some reason a super controversial topic, man. Everyone gets heated about this one for some reason. Shoot. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Let me know, bro. Let me know, chat. We got Brett's gonna be happy we get at least 500. Well, shoot, we gotta make Brett happy here, bro. Homeboy is CEO, man. We gotta get a 500 likes here, chat. Shoot, we're close, bro. I believe in us. I think we could do that. Dang, y'all. And then we'll get back into explaining my trades, okay? I got y'all, chat. Shoot, we'll have some fun real quick. Does pineapple belong on pizza, bro? I'll give you guys a second for the messages to go through. We got Jack with that's a crime. Shoot, someone getting locked up if you see someone eating Hawaiian pizza here, bro. Oh, damn, chat. We got hella no's, bro. Sheesh. I thought it was gonna be 50-50. No lie, bro. I told you everyone hates it for some reason. We got F no from Hattie. We got the triple B. What the hell? No. We got BBL with the yes. We got Ro with yes. We got Super with no. We got Learn with yes. We got how about steak with ketchup? Dude, honestly, when I started tuning into this stream, I felt right at home, chat. I saw Spud with freaking 2 ketchup bottles on his freaking VTuber little screen. And dog, I am addicted to freaking ketchup, bro. Shoot, one time on stream, I even freaking just started taking shots of ketchup, bro. We used to even wax my legs on stream whenever someone would donate and stuff. Maybe my fiance was saying maybe we could wax my legs every time I freaking take a loss. Fudge, that would hurt, chat. But damn, yeah, I freaking love ketchup. Ketchup on everything, chat. On everything. But pizza, I don't know. I heard ketchup on pizza is good. I'm scared to try that. We got Abby with yes, pineapple on pizza. Let's go. Team Pineapple. We got 3 for Team Pineapple. Our gang's a little small, but shoot, we holding up strong out here, bro. It's gonna have to be a no on Pineapple, bro. Okay, Keith. I see you, bro. We got how about eating pizza with a fork and knife? Oh, that's diabolical, huh, chat? I've seen it in person. Shoot. Bro, I gotta stick to my brown roots, man. I eat that taco style. Taco style all the way, no lie. And ranch and chili flakes. You gotta have that on that bad boy. We got pizza with ham crazy combo, right, Miguel? Shoot, some Hawaiian. Come on now. It's like putting sugar in rice. Dog, you should try arroz con leche. That stuff be smacking, no lie, chat. We got, can you explain how to trade? I got you, Nams. We'll get into it right now. We got you, bro. We got no with all the other toppings. You know what my debate is? I'm always like, if anchovies can be a topping on pizza, why can't pineapple, bro? I feel like anchovies on pizza is more illegal and diabolical than having pineapple on pizza, bro. Shoot, anchovies scare me, not gonna lie, chat. Oh my god. We got hell yeah, let's go, trades, let's go. Ketchup gotta be the worst. We don't like ketchup. All right. Ketchup on scrambled eggs, do rice super? Shoot, make you go Super Saiyan, buddy. Fudge. We got Lulu liking anchovies on pizza. Come on, Lulu. We got pineapple and tacos. Honestly, that hits. That is true. We got good luck, have fun today, everyone. Hey, right back at you, Cosmic. Appreciate everyone coming with some good energy. Shoot, I was honestly, I was telling everyone I wasn't nervous. I was a little bit nervous to show up today, First time on here. Shoot, chat, a lot on the line here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, every single one of y'all have been so awesome to me. I really appreciate it. And hey, man, big shout out to Tradeify TV once again, bro. If you guys haven't followed this stream, make sure you guys are following. That way you guys get the noties, turn your noties on, hit the like button. Shoot, we need to get a 500 likes here, chat. Maybe if we hit it, maybe one more giveaway. I don't know. I seen the host go crazy with the giveaway, so we could probably do one more. You know what I'm saying? We got, how about we talk about trades? All right. Let's get back into it, chat. All right. Let's see. Let's find some more examples here, y'all. All right. I showed you guys. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. All right, we got through these ones. Oh, well, duh. I gotta be on the 15-minute. I was like, why does this look so weird? All right, 1 second, chat. 1 second. All right. We're scrolling. All right, we did that one. Ooh, okay. We got one right here, chat. We got one. All right. So, let's see. Ooh. We got, hope to see you on here tomorrow morning too. Hey, appreciate that, Meek. No lie. Hey, freaking appreciate y'all. Love y'all, chat. Shoot, you guys still stuck with me for another half an hour, and then we all go in our separate ways here, sadly. Wait 1 second, let me find where I'm at, because 1 hour. I keep mixing these here. Let me get the current price action up so we keep coming back. Oh, perfect, chat. We might have a trade on our hands. We might have one. Damn, will Joe take his first loss on stream or a win? We'll see. All right, we're gonna mark this hourly low. Okay, this is what we were waiting for. We had price respect that fair value gap. What I tell you, chat, there's a high chance the first fair value gap out of a big breakout like here, like we had another one form here, but that one ended up breaking. From back testing, I realized the first one is pretty strong. You know, we either, like I said, reject like here or we break through. For my 15-minute strat, this, like you said, CP, freaking chop, man. We're gonna be chopping. I'd probably lose a trade there, man. So no setup there whatsoever. We're gonna wait for the break of this low, okay? But here, let's do some trades here, since you guys want to see that. Let me find where I'm at. Monday 25th. Monday. All right. Here we go. We're on NQ, chat. All right. We'll start from the last one and then work our way up. So there's a low that gets broken here too. We'll do that one right after. But look, right here, we got a nice 1 hour low, chat. Like I said, I'm waiting for a 15-minute break out of a 1 hour high or a 1 hour low. I've noticed that if we don't do that, we end up ranging within that hour range. So I like this for continuations. You know, maybe if you're with a support and resistance trader, maybe those ranges, you know, working nice for you. But sadly for me, I don't know. I just couldn't trade that. You're right, Jack. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, bro. But look, we got, once again, we broke below this hourly low, this blue line, right? We broke, and every candle I'm waiting for the retest to the 50%. So here, I don't get it. We move a little lower, we still don't get it. We move a little lower, we still don't get it. And then we're gonna move all the way down here. And bam, chat, we finally get the retest we've been waiting for, bro. So let me go to Trade C real quick. All right, this is Monday the 25th. Monday. Also starting to realize too, Fridays I get chopped up, bro. I don't know, something about Fridays. I don't think Fridays like me, dude. All right, we got 25th, I believe. All right, that's the second one. So once again, this one I did not take, but here we go. This is the 15-minute range, right? So we had the breakout of the hour, of the hourly low. So then we wait for a retrace. I'm not getting into any trade unless we get an inverse fair value gap or a break of structure. Now, something I've noticed from back testing, like right here, we got an inverse, right? Here, let me find a different drawing tool. Where that box at? Oh, that box hate. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, this is a little better. All right. Let's favorite that. All right. That way you don't get mixed up with all those numbers and stuff. But see here, we made a fair value gap, right? We're going to be waiting to inverse that sucker. Now, from back testing, I've noticed that, like right here, we wick the fair value, gap, right? We didn't get the candle closure below. From back testing, even this works even with the break of structure, but now instead of waiting for us to close below here, below the fair value gap, now I extend that low onto that one. Now I want a candle closure below that to actually invalidate the fair value gap. I've noticed a lot, if we keep wicking and let's say we do get a close under, but we're closing inside the previous candle, there's a high chance of us reversing. So that's something I picked up from just staring at the chart so much. At least it's been helping me. So here I would extend it again, and now I'm waiting for us. This also made a new low. We got a green candle, so I'm waiting for us to close underneath that. So boom. All right, we got it right there, chat. Look, we got this high is with this low, so this would be the first high for my stop loss. I go for the second one. So look, we got a second one up here, and this one would have played out perfectly, chat. Look, we would have had some drawdown up here a little bit, not too much, and then we ended up just bam. Look, we landed right there, chat. And look, even though it's a 0.92 RR, you know, base hits count, chat. Honestly, my whole strat is just based off base hits, man. Getting the 1 RR to 2 RR. Sometimes the point like 7.5 RR and up, I'll still take it, because sometimes we won't retrace to get a better entry, and then I end up like let's say it's $100, that's $70. So what's missing out on 30 out of the $70, you know? Wait, missing out on 30 out of the $100. There we go, that's what I meant. So, you know, sometimes I'll take those too, you know, but that's one setup right there. This is the other 15-minute up here that you guys see. I'll show you guys this one too. Let me also check up on our play. Look, we're getting a nice candle close below. So what I'm waiting for is that to fully close under. If we break out of that, I'm gonna wait for the retrace, and shoot, let's see if we get a trade or not. We got early good night for me, Jose. Nice to meet you. I believe we can have some trades right now, but it's so choppy. Trades are possible, but I want high probability markets. No, I feel you, Jack. Hey, props to you too, to you know, knowing when to stop and when to keep going, man. We got the fuck NQ do it, bro. Dude, NQ just not cooperating here, huh? But look, we're having a nice breakout. We got 5 minutes till this candle closes. So let's try to get into back test another strat in those another play if within those 5 minutes, and then we'll come back here, okay? All right. Look, here's another play that's set up. I would have ended up honestly getting break even on this one. And the reason why is because, like I said, we would enter here, right? I'll show you guys the entry. Once we come down, like we made a new 5-minute low. So once price retraces back into that low, which it did, I would then go break even. Doing so on this one would have sadly stopped me out, and we did still have some continuation lower. A lot of the times I have seen it reverse, so you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry, chat. So I would have broke even here. Breaking even would have been 1 RR. So if anything, I would have just taken my money there, honestly, chat, because why give up? Let's say I'm risking $200, so that's 200 I can make in profit. Why risk having it fully retrace and miss out on 200 when I could just take profit at 200? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I do, and then I'll show you guys the entry. All right, so dude, this thing keeps going back, bro. It's hating on me. All right, where are we at though? All right, here we go. All right, Yeah, I'm gonna move this out the way. This is this trade. All right, so this is the 15-minute range we were looking at on TradingView, right? This is the full range. And once again, look, we had the breakout. I'm waiting for us to retrace back to the 50% of the range. Look, we got that nice retrace right here. And this is why I stopped doing. Oh, we got to check your trade. Shoot, we got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. Remind me at 5:15, chat. That's when this closes. 5:15. This is why I didn't really stick to OTE, you know, getting the golden zone, you know, that'd be what, somewhere over here, 0.68, 0.71 on the fib. You know, price does retrace there, and honestly, yeah, you would get a really nice big trade out of that. But I've just noticed from back testing so much that a lot of the times once we hit equilibrium of a breakout of the range, you know, price gets satisfied and wants to just continue a lot of the time. So here, let's zoom in. Here we got a nice new 30-second low, right? So we had red candle, green candle. Green candle lets us know that this is a new low. So I'm waiting for that to get broken. Or if that never happened, I would have had to wait for this fair value gap to get inverse, which it did right here, right? So I guess double confirmation on that one. But I usually only wait for one, and it's always whichever one comes first. So whichever one pops up, that's the first one I'm taking. Because then it's showing price is rejecting, you know, continuing going higher, and it could reverse, especially if all these lows down here. So once again, we plot out our low. This is where I'm like, I've been trying to back test to see how we have so many lows here. You know, I could use this. We got our first high that we'd use our stop loss. We got our second high up here, but there's so many that like I've noticed that a lot of time price could hit any of these. So this is where I would actually go onto the 1 minute, since there's less highs and lows than the 30-second, and then figure out the best one on the 1 minute. So I'll do the same thing. So this one we're taking a short, so it wouldn't be the first previous high, it would be the second one. So but let's say we just use this second one for this example, and then we aim for the lows. And look, this would have been, in hindsight, 3.8 R trade. Shoot, I could take 3 losses and I'll still be up 0.8. So, you know, this is the power of this strat. You know, like Amos says, very unorthodox. You know, it's a different way of trading. This is what made sense for me. I've always, you know, was a firm believer of coming up with my own playbook. You know, whatever is impossible for someone doesn't mean it's impossible for someone else. Everyone always says anything works in trading. So this is, you know, what ended up being my strat, and what took me like a year, and like we're in what, month 6? A year and like 6 months to come up with. So, and like this one, we would have hit some drawdown here straight to our target. Once we hit the low, like I was saying, I'm just gonna take profit. You know, we did have some continuation lower, but that's just something I'm not interested in. I personally haven't back tested what happens afterwards, so I would just, for me personally, I always just take the dub right here. You know, maybe in the future I'll back test that, try to, you know, like they say, make my winners bigger. But at the moment, you know, I'm just taking things little by little, and this is where I would take profit. And here, let's see, we got the candle close. Like we had the candle closure. We got NQ taking it out too. All right, so we got two plays being validated right now. So I always hold control. It activates the magnet. I always go to the low, to the high. I'm all about precision. You know, I gotta make sure I'm actually right due to the tick on where the high is and where the low is. I don't want to, you know, be wrong, and then the 50% of the range won't actually be that 50% of the range, right? So here we'll do it again for this side, and now we're waiting. You know, we did have a retracement up there, and then we retraced lower. Sadly, we didn't get higher, so now we just wait, chat. So this is what I'll be looking for tonight. We got 14 minutes left here on the show, so let's see if this happens within the next 14 minutes, bro. Yeah, now I just sit on my hands, wait patiently. If it ends up retracing, super awesome. If we don't, then it's okay. You know, it happens. So let's see. So on the 1 minute, look, we got some highs here that I could use for my stop loss. So if we retrace to the 50, this would be stop loss 1. This would be stop loss 2. So I would place my stop loss here, aiming for the lows. So let's just wait it out, see what happens here, chat. And personally, I would just go in on whichever one hits the 50% of the range first. I've seen a lot of times one will hit, and if the other one doesn't, you know, sometimes that one won't ever retrace to the 50%, and we end up just continuing lower. I end up missing the move for wanting to force a trade on only one index. So I just play off ES and NQ, whichever one happens first, I'll take it. Here we had an hourly fair value gap that got inversed. So honestly, if we retrace with NQ, respect that. I would personally take this one on NQ just because we got that inverse fair value gap, which if it holds is really strong. And we also got a nice little fair value gap that we're creating over here, chat. Yeah, we'll wait it out here, bro. But shoot, I got some questions here, chat. Here, let's see. Let's go to the next one, bro. All right. Anyone got any favorite movies or shows at the moment that you guys are watching, bro? Anyone got any cool animes that I should be catching up on, bro? Let me know, chat. I've seen a good amount of animes, low-key. Seen Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero, Death Note, started Fruit Basket. I've never finished it. Naruto, on Dragon Ball Super. What else have I seen, chat? Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't finish that one. You know, there's been a whole bunch of shows, not gonna lie, dude. And then the VD. So the hour fair value gap would be right here. We price. So a fair value gap is when we have a sequence of 3 candles, right? And the first candle doesn't touch the third candle, so that creates an imbalance, and it's showing momentum up. See right here, it never touched. So this is what that box created. So here we ended up disrespecting it a bit, and here we're really disrespecting it. So that's what I learned. That's fair value gap. You know, probably other ways, but that's how I understood it. You know what I'm saying? But here we're just gonna keep waiting for the retrace, chat. But shoot, me and my fiance just recently started watching The Testaments. Have you guys been seeing that? It's on it's on Hulu right now. It's a sequel to Handmaid's Tale. So honestly, it's been super good. I definitely recommend you guys watching it. It's super intense, no lie. It's crazy to think if the world were to be in that situation, you know. And yo, chat, shoot, hey, we close to that 400 likes, man. If you guys haven't yet, you guys are just tuning in. Hey, don't forget to hit that stream with the like, chat. If you guys haven't followed, don't forget to follow as well, bro. We're gonna be here waiting patiently for another setup, chat. Another setup, bro. I just finished Villain Saga. Very good. Ooh, Thunder, what's that one about? I don't think I've heard that one. Is it an anime, or what's that one about, dude? Yeah, that is a 1 point balance. Will that still be relevant? That's just why I didn't think it was a valid, you know. Oh, you're chilling, VD. Hey, you're good, buddy. You know, honestly, even if it's a point or a lot of points, I still mark them out on like here. Yeah, we did disrespect it on the 15-minute, but look, we had Price sit around here and just chop for a hot minute for, let's see, from 3:30 all the way to 4:45, so like for an hour. So even just that 1 point managed to hold Price right there. So yeah, I personally mark them out, but hey, that'd be something to look into, low key. But look, we're gonna wait here, chat, and then see if we get the retracement. It's looking really nice. Honestly, I love when Price moves enough where now the new fair value gap, this red box you see right here, where it lines up with the 50%, that's even extra confirmation for me. So we're just gonna keep waiting here, chat, and then we'll be good to go, bro. We'll be good to go. And you guys see the cage in the back, chat? Can anybody guess what kind of animal I got in the back, chat? Look, you got nice little, I think it's called like a condo freaking crate cage. Anybody can guess what kind of animal I got in there, chat? Shoot. Let's see if anyone can get it right, bro. It's hell. I think it's hella random. I don't know. We'll see what's up. We got W's. Hey, appreciate you, Black. Hey, W's right back at you, man. Thanks for still being here too, chat. I know I've been yapping a lot, so hey, it means a lot. Yeah, it's an anime about Nordic times. A boy who was raised by Vikings. No way, Thunder. Oh, that sounds sick, bro. Viking stuff is really cool. I wanted to try what was that game? It was about Vikings, like Valheim, something like that. We got a tarantula. Honestly, shoot, oh man, I'd be scared for a tarantula. But honestly, tarantulas are cool. I know my fiance wanted those jumping spiders because they were like trending on TikTok, and they're like super fuzzy and cute. We got Mama with the hedgehog. Shoot, y'all getting close here, bro. It is a small little dude. I'll give you guys a hint. They're furry, and then I'll bring them up right now too while we wait. We got porcupine. Close. Shoot, yeah, I'm gonna have to just bring them over, chat. I don't know if you guys can see them on the camera. Here, we're just waiting for Price to retrace up here. So an iguana. Shoot. Close. I don't know if you guys can see it, low-key. We got a hamster. I wish we had a hamster. Honestly, I did want a hamster for a minute. There's these like teddy bear hamsters. I don't know if you could see them, chat. Yo, Dusty. We got... Damn, I might have to open the cage, low-key. But we got... Dan, can you get... Let me see if you guys can see him. We got Sputnik. Yeah, I got a full-on potato growing in this cage right now, chat. A guinea pig, a skunk, close, y'all. All right, we got 2 chinchillas up in here, chat. So one of them is named Toto. He's actually missing an eye. And then we got Dusty up on top. We had another chinchilla that unfortunately passed away. If anybody from the Joby fan, which is my gaming stream, we haven't told you guys, but our other chinchilla ended up passing away sadly after 8 years, and we were pretty heartbroken. And we knew the next time we got a chinchilla, we wanted it to have a buddy. So it took us forever to find a breeder, and we ended up finding these 2, and we couldn't separate them, bro. They're like the one missing an eye is like his dad, and then they're actually brothers, but he like looks out for him and like grooms him and just like pretty much just does everything for him. So he's like his dad, but one of them is missing an eye, and honestly, poor dude, bro. We got, do you play Warzone? I used to, Meek, a lot. I grew up playing COD. I love Modern Warfare 2. Friggin' I grew up playing COD, so yeah, I like Warzone. I know we got Modern Warfare 4 coming out. I'm definitely gonna be copping that one. We got Chili. No, yeah, Moon. Honestly, it was so sad, bro. Me and Bethany cried so hard. That was our little baby. You know, I always tell Chili, I was like, one day you're gonna meet our kids, bro. And sadly, that did not happen, man. So, yeah, he unfortunately passed away. Moon, last no, early January, maybe early January. I don't know, but it was so sad, honestly. He ended up I just got like tumors and stuff just out of nowhere. We bought him from Petco, but this time around we ended up going with the breeder just because we read online that like they last a little longer. So we'll see what's up. We got a pirate chinchilla, dude. Imagine we could put a little patch on his eye. That'd be so sick. No lie, bro. He's pretty calm. All they do is sleep. Yeah, they're used to me just freaking yelling over here, chat, but. Yeah, going back to you, Meek, I did play a lot of Warzone, bro. I ended up playing Fortnite on stream. That's what my streaming game was. Ended up doing some like competitive tournaments. Played against Zemi, Crackly. We had people like Swearing, Go R2 in it. Pro lady named Vanessa. I've been in some cups. The best I've done is I came in 6th place. I needed top 5 to earn, so. That was a little unfortunate, honestly, but yeah, chat. I do play some games. I haven't really played much lately since I've been like really trying to make this trading stuff just keep growing and whatnot. But shoot, maybe one day we'll do a gaming stream here or something, chat. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I have 440 short marked out. Is that what we're looking at? Honestly, I'm looking for us to retrace. Look, we got yesterday lows down here. High chance we take out these lows if we keep continuing going lower. Personally, for me, I'm gonna be waiting for us to retrace within this 15-minute range. Let's see on the 1 minute. If we stay around the 50% of the range, I'm gonna be looking to have my stop loss right above this high, aiming for this low. I know base hits are a little boring, but that's what I aim for, low key. The chat, that's what I'm gonna be looking at. I don't think we're gonna get that here on stream today. Low key stream ends. Asia is gonna end in 2 minutes, chat. So I'm gonna start saying goodbye. Honestly, we got awesome, dude. I play religiously, but I'm taking trading more seriously now. That's what's up, Meek. Hey, if you ever play Fortnite, what's it called? My username is just Joby, period. Joby. Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat, bro. This is my gaming channel. You probably see some Fortnite clips in there. I was supposed to sign in on my LUCKYJO one, but I forgot and I don't want to mess things up. But hey, man, we got 1 minute left, chat. It's almost 5:30. Let me put my headphones on just in case production is saying anything. But oh, damn, my earbuds fell. But chat, hey, man, today's been honestly a super amazing day. I appreciate every single one of y'all, chat. Thank you guys for tuning in to my very first stream here on Tradeify. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are following, turning that noties on. That way you guys don't miss the next live. We got the legend Amos back here on Thursday, so don't miss out for his stream. Honestly, it's been one of my favorite streams to watch. Homeboy knows a lot, and you know, just super awesome, cool dude. I don't think I'll ever be able to do a Rubik's Cube like him, but shoot, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try. Hey, you did amazing. Hey, I appreciate every single one of y'all, chat. No lie, it's been my pleasure to be here. It's been super fun, dude. Time honestly flew by, bro. Hey, bye, Arya. We got the Micromaster. Have a good one, everyone. Hey, right back at you, dude. Hey, congrats on winning again. Hey, nice seeing you too, Moon. And hey, I'm gonna leave you guys with this quote I heard on one of the motivational speeches I was watching yesterday for today. It says, "Good times create weak people create bad times create strong people, and strong people create good times." And that's honestly something I could resonate. You know, I grew up a lot just screwing around, not taking things serious, and you know, and it turned me into a stronger person today. I had to hit a lot of lows. Appreciate y'all hearing my trading journey. Bye, Abby. Bye, Thunder. And I hope to see you guys soon. No light chat. Peace, everyone. I think the show's over, right?